Rocket League is so much fun. It's even more fun when you have the fundamentals down and stand a pretty good chance at winning though. What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Before we get into it, I need to remind you guys that we love dropping great tips, top 10s, and viral clips here on this channel. You want to be the first one to know about them, so be sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications by clicking or tapping that bell. I also want to ask you guys to give this video a like and share it with friends. It really helps us out and we appreciate all of it. I'm Jess for Top Viral Gaming, and let's get into today's video. Today we are giving you guys our top 10 tips for beginners in Rocket League. With these tips we'll be looking at camera angles, your basic controls, moves, and positioning, as well as strategy to help you and your teammates get some wins. Before we go to our top 10 though, let's give you guys a little bonus and cover camera settings. Before you take to the arena, spend some time in practice mode to get familiar with the mechanics of the game and to properly set up your camera. You can adjust the distance between your camera and your car, your field of view, the angle of the camera, and so much more. All of these things will factor into what you can see in-game. Everyone has a slightly different preference for these things. I personally prefer to see as much as possible, so I'll set the camera distance from my car as far back as it can and give myself a wide field of view. Spend some time adjusting and trying different settings here during practice mode before you start competing with players online. Make sure you are comfortable with the camera settings. Number 10. Controls. The default control setup is a bit weird and they can be a little bit annoying to play with. We'd suggest changing some of the controls early on. The main controls that you should experiment with are the power slide and the air roll button. We recommend switching these two to either bumper of your controller. With the default controls, your right hand is doing a lot more work than your left hand. Moving one of these two to the left bumper will prevent your right hand from feeling overwhelmed. It's better to change this early on before you start playing the game and develop the habit of playing with the default controls. Number 9. Conserve Precious Boost. Boost is a precious resource in Rocket League. Even though it regenerates quickly, you will often find yourself without any and struggling to get back to defend your goal. You want to become very familiar with where all of the small boost pads are that give you a 12% boost. You can quickly get up to a very usable amount just by driving in the right area. Going for the large 100% boosts in the corner or the middle of the field can sometimes put you out of position compared to just grabbing a few small ones and having less boost while still being in the right spot at the right time for a pass or a clear. At lower levels, it seems like everyone needs to go for the big boosts, and I would recommend breaking this habit as soon as possible. Learn how to be effective with low boost and picking up the smaller boosts that are available. Instead of using boost all the time, you can lunge forward by holding the joystick forward and double tapping the jump button. If you do this a few times, you can reach the same top speed as you would with a boost. However, you won't be able to sustain that speed as well or maneuver as quickly or as easily by using this method. Learn how to use both effectively in different situations to reduce the number of times you find yourself without boost. Stealing boost from opponents is also a good strategy so long as you're not going out of your way or breaking rotation to do so. Number 8. Boost flipping. It's important to note that you gain speed when flipping, just not as quickly as boosting. Holding your boost and flipping simultaneously will waste boost and slow you down, but if you time your flip and your boost correctly, you would waste less and go supersonic as fast as you would just by holding down boost. Now here's how you pull this trick off. Hold boost, flip forward, and just before your flip is halfway complete, let go of the boost, and by corner flipping, you can push through most of your flip. Also, don't boost while your car is upside down during the first front flip. If you do, you will be boosting yourself away from the ball and slowing down your approach. Try practicing this over and over to perfect your timing and become a master of this skill. Number 7. The ball cam. One of the biggest problems that new players face is whether or not to use the ball cam. Usually your camera just focuses on the direction that your car is facing, but when using ball cam, the camera will focus on the ball no matter which way your car is facing. Like everything else, both cameras have their pros and their cons, and it's very important to learn when to get in and out of the ball cam. For new players, it's better if the ball cam is on most of the time, except when using boosts. Get out of the ball cam view when attempting to dribble and in order to take more precise shots. Number 6. learn to rotate. When you're first starting out, positioning is the most important thing to pay attention to. It may seem like everyone is charging after the ball pretty much all of the time, and it can feel like pure chaos for some time, and to be fair, sometimes it is. But once you play the game a few times, you begin to notice a pattern, which is called rotating. When you and your teammates are properly rotating, whether playing 2v2, 3v3, or 4v4, your goal should never be left unguarded. If one or two players push up for offense, one should remain back on defense. This gets trickier when you're playing 2v2, but you have to adapt the same principle to make sure someone is always protecting your goal or is ready to get back and defend it. This image breaks down rotation in 3v3 for both offense and defense, so study it and put it into practice. What do you guys think of our list so far? Do you agree with us? Make sure to hit that like button to let us know. If you've ever tried some of these tips yourself, let us know in the comments down below. And also, while you're there, if you have any tips of your own, we'd love to hear them. Number 5, don't chase the ball. Instincts will tell you to crush the ball anytime it comes near you. Trust me, it really happens. And sometimes you let those instincts take over. But if you're following a rotation, you should very quickly, on the fly, assess who is in a better position to tackle the ball. In many cases, you will find that it's your turn to drop back and defend. Even if it's not, dropping back to defend is generally the safer and better choice. Even if you're properly rotating and you're going after the ball, your teammate may have a better angle. Rather than both crashing the ball and it potentially taking a weird bounce all the way downfield back into your goal, back off and let your teammate with the better angle go for it. Often this will let them set up a better pass and maybe even earn you an easy goal. The art of leaving the ball is a valuable lesson to learn. Number 4, don't be afraid to demo. When you boost, or sometimes flip or shoot, into an opponent, your car will blow up theirs. This is called a demolition, and it's a very divisive tactic. Some people play as enforcers, cruising around just aiming for cars. No one likes to be demoed. They'll complain, but you have to do it. Demolitions are part of the game and happen even at the highest level of pro play. It is one of the best ways to disrupt your opponent's defense, and even if you don't get a demo and just bump them, it'll still throw them off. Be careful not to overdo it though, because chasing demos can easily put you out of position for getting back on defense. If you're in the corner, try to center the ball, then cross the net and go for a bump or a demo before trying to take back the other corner boost and rotating back for defense. I need to warn you though, people will be mad if you demo, but don't let that discourage you. It's part of the game and you should use everything you have at your disposal to get an advantage. If done right, it can open up a lot of holes in the other team's game. If done poorly, it can open up a lot of holes in your own team's rotation. Opponents may complain in the quick chat when they get demolished, but there are times when a demo can change the momentum of the game. I recommend using demolitions as a tool. Don't go out of your way to use it, but if the opportunity presents itself, well, have at it. And try not to get too upset when it happens to you. Some players demo to get under your skin and throw you off your game. Number 3, find a teammate. Whether you queue for the ranked or the casual matches, one of the best things you can do is find someone to play with. Not only will this lower the odds of one of you rage quitting when things get tough, you will learn to anticipate each other's moves much better than a random teammate. This alone will increase your odds of winning. When queuing without a teammate, you run the risk of getting paired with teammates who are still upset from their last loss, or in a bad mood, or who just don't know how to rotate properly. Everyone's playstyle is different, and being able to read your own teammate and anticipate their next move will go a long way towards your own improvement. Number 2, don't get too hung up on aerials and air dribbles. As you rank up, you'll see players take to the sky to hit the ball. You'll also see them take the ball up the wall, bounce off, and air dribble down to the goal. It adds a whole new element to the game as you rank up and begin playing with higher skilled players. Both of these skills will take a lot of practice and dedication, but being able to boost in the air and hit the ball is something anyone who hopes to advance at Rocket League should learn. But just don't get too caught up in learning these skills early on. Just get the basics down first. Before we go on, we want to thank you guys for checking out this video. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and click or tap that bell to get notified about our latest videos. Also, hit that like button. This lets us know that you want to see more content just like this. Number 1, when in doubt, defend. There's this old soccer quote, or well, football for our European friends I guess, that goes, "Offense wins games, defense wins championships." The same can be applied to Rocket League. You might be able to win with solid offense, but you increase your odds of winning with great defense. The defensive responsibilities don't fall on one player either. At lower levels, you might see someone sitting back playing as the keeper, but this is not a beneficial strategy. Everyone should focus on learning defense in the game because you'll never know when you'll be the last man back and have to make a save to win the game. A good rule of thumb to follow when in the net is to be parallel with the goal, on the goal line with your car facing the side the ball is coming from. If you back up into the net with your car facing the back of it, then it's a lot more difficult to go side to side to block a shot. Being parallel, you can easily drive forward and block most shots. Training is a great way to practice some goaltending. There are a lot of great and uncomfortable save packs out there that really have some odd angles and put you into awkward positions to make saves that will get you used to seeing anything that could come at you. The main thing to take away from this is that everyone should learn how to defend because everyone will have to at one point or another. Do you guys agree or disagree with our list? Let us know in the comments down below. Check out our other videos and be sure to subscribe and turn on that bell to be notified about our latest videos.